Hey everyone, it's James. It is March 27th, about 7:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and this is Bitcoin, this is BTC, USD on the Bitfinex exchange. This is the 4-hour chart, so every single bar represents 4 hours. First of all, this is not investment advice. Second of all, I like to just talk about the overall trend, right? I pretty much do not talk about this area because this is the bubble phase. This is the aftermath. This is what we are currently in, is the current downtrend, okay? And that downtrend has put us in a series of lower highs. So I know I talk about this in every video, but I just like to, cover those bases for anybody that's new watching, okay? Also, we have lower lows. The question is, do we put in a lower low under the 6,000 range? As of right now, we've failed to break out in this area. Okay, we've been rejected. We got rejected quite hard. We fell from about 9,000 all the way down to 7,700. We have a nice consolidation forming. This is going to generate some energy right here, and I think we could possibly rise to about maybe the 8,300 range or so, and then I think we're going to roll over from there, eventually breaking through this downtrend line and moving further downward. How far we move downward is yet to be determined. It depends on what exactly happens within this coil. When price decides to coil, there's literally about a 50-50 probability that it could go either way. But based on what is occurring here, we have a continuation of lower highs. I definitely think price is going down. So as of right now, I'm bearish on Bitcoin. Prices to look for. If we break outside of 8,300 or so, there's a large possibility we may bounce off of this area and then decide to create an uptrend from there. If we break below about the 7,500, 7,600 range, then obviously that's going to show that there's going to be more downside. Now, at some time in the future, though, we could break down and then recapture the uptrend line and decide to move up from there, but that would be for a later video. So basically, this is the overall picture of what's going on right now. Okay, these are the 4-hour bars. This is what's happened just in the past week or a couple weeks. And it doesn't look good. Every single spike up is being sold off. Spike up, sold off, spike up, sold off. You can see reversal bars. Here's a set right here. Let me zoom in just a little bit because I know a lot of people watch this on the mobile phones. Right here, reversal bar set. Okay. Another reversal bar right here. So you can see exactly what's happening. Every run, the positions are being churned out, okay? It's being hammered down. You can see this upside down cross. Everything's being hammered down. Although I am expecting a spike up. That spike up is going to get early longs hyped, and they're going to jump into it, and then it's going to roll over. So that's my anticipation. Now, if that spike up generates enough energy to break through, and then we do something like this and continue upward, that's obviously going to change my analysis and my perspective on the market. But for right now, for the short term, talking about in the next few days, maybe a week or so, I am bearish on Bitcoin based on this price action. So I just want to see what happens, and then wait for an opportunity to capitalize on. And that's pretty much it for right now. You can see the yellow line, the yellow downtrend right here that we have going on. I can talk about this. Okay, we've successfully hit this 3 times, and I do think that we are going to break that, and then we would bring ourselves right up to about the green line set that I have right here. Let me make this line a little bit bigger. Right, that could be the possible. Let me make it a different color so it's a lot easier for people to see. So with the baby blue line, I think there's a large possibility we break through this. That creates the spike. And then boom. Okay, this is not investment advice. I would not advise somebody try to trade this and then sell in this area, because this may not happen. This coil may just break to the downside and call it a day, right? So we'll see what happens, but like I said, I'm bearish right now on the price action. There's nothing looking good about Bitcoin right here at this time, especially since we are continuing the downward movement on a downward frequency line set. And if anyone's new and they don't know what these lines are, these lines basically capture the price action between buyers and sellers. And what this means, okay, what this means, let me just zoom out here. When you start having lower highs, right? Sorry for the little dip there, but anyways, when you start having lower highs, this means obviously there's not as many buyers coming back into the market as there used to be. Sellers are in control of this market. All of your surprises will be to the downside. We may get runs like so, right? But these are very thin runs. And what I mean by very thin runs is they're created on basically 1 or 2 bars, and then that's it. Then we have a complete reversal of the market. There's no base that it came from. It just reverses very quickly, and what ultimately happens is that run gets negated, okay? And I've talked about that. The only thing that's not been negated yet is this full 6,000 run. Okay, we stopped about 7,300 or so, but every time we spike up, you can see, I'm not sure what happened there. Let me retrace this real quick. Okay, so every time we spike up, there's about a reversal. Now, sometimes it's going to be 100%, sometimes it'll be about 75%, or sometimes it can go even higher, right? There's no set figure. It's just, this is what typically happens when there's not a large foundation for price to move from. So, and we can just see this continuation of these, and you can see these little spikes in here as I trace them. You can see the reversals of them, and that's basically what we're getting. So here's the little bottom, the rollover, and now guess what? We're almost back to reversing the 7,300 move that we had here. That I thought was, what I anticipated from that 7,300 move was that this would carry the slope that price would go from. But unfortunately, it does not look like that at the moment. The only thing that's going to change my mind, like I said earlier, is if we break outside of this area and we stay outside. Okay, so the last time Bitcoin broke out was right in here in a prior downtrend. Okay, so if you've been following me along, you know what that downtrend was, and basically we just like shimmied along it. We got a little bounce, but then we literally came almost right back to it and just assumed another downtrend. So I would hate to see that happen again, to where we get a little run and then all of a sudden this is what we're doing, just creeping lower. So we'll see what happens, but like I said, right now, I don't mean to, repeat myself continuously, but I'm bearish on the current price action, and I'm just going to wait and see what happens. If there's any updates, I will definitely let everyone know, and my next video will be tomorrow evening. I do thank you for your time. I thank you for your support. I thank all the new subscribers, and I really, really appreciate it. Post your comments and questions down below. If I do have time, I'll get back to you, but I am extremely busy, so if I do not answer you, please do not take offense to that. If you do like the content, please like it, subscribe, follow. I do have a free Slack channel that's available to everybody. I keep those in the in the description section. I'm not going to post the links in the comment section, but you can always just open up the description box and everything's there. My Twitter, my Slack channel, and there's about over, I think there's 165 members now in the Slack channel, and it's just nice. It's just a nice area to interact with other people that are interested in Bitcoin and other various cryptocurrencies as well too. So, but anyways, that's it for tonight. I'll talk to everybody tomorrow. I hope you have a great day or great night, depending on where you are in the world. And till tomorrow.